this is Joe Avenanti, the Valley Library Consortium. In this section, we'll show you how to do subtotals. The subtotal function allows you to subtotal information on a report, such as a count or sums. You might want to see a count by the individual item statuses. So to do that, under the Data tab, go over to Subtotal and click on that. In the At Each Change In, choose the column that contains the group for which you want subtotals. In this case, it's item status, so we'll leave that. As you can see, the other ones are appearing, collection, call number, etc. We'll leave. And there are two item statuses showing here because one is the description and one is the actual code. Just leave item status. In the next box, use function. This is where you will choose the function that you want to use to calculate the subtotals. In this case, we'll use count. We'll leave it there. And then in the next section, add subtotal to box. Check the boxes for which the columns that contain the values for which you want subtotals. So we'll leave last checkout date checked here. Check the replace current subtotals if you have subtotals on the report. If you want a page break between groups, you can check that here. We don't want that here, so I will leave it unchecked. And then check the summary below data box. That will put the totals under the grouping of items you are subtotaling. Once you're satisfied with this information, click OK. And now the report, if you scroll down, will show you count of the checked in items. In this case, it's 184. Going further down the report, checked out items totaled 157. Damaged shelf, 1, etc. And then at the very bottom, a grand count of 358 items. Now we'll go to another type of report, a B-type circ report. We want to subtotal all of our circ numbers by location. So under the Data tab, go over to Subtotal, click on that. At each change in, we had decided to do it by location. Use function, and this time we're going to choose sum rather than count as we did the last time, so sum. And we're going to add a subtotal to, and this time, instead of just at the very end, last column, it will make more sense that we're going to total all the columns. So click on all the columns. And we want to replace the current subtotals if there were any. Well, there are none here. And we want to include the summary below the data. That's checked. Click OK. And now we have our subtotals appearing under each column. Our cert numbers for VLCC for July, August, etc. For VLDD, same thing. VLEE, same thing. VLFF, and then a grand total. These are our cert numbers for these months. Now to undo that, just go back up to Subtotal and go down to Remove All, click on that. And then you're back to the original data. And that concludes this section, subtotaling.